So a pretty popular thing to do on the lathe is to turn bottle stoppers and bottle openers. And they sell these things, and they're pretty cheap, like $1 to $2 each. And it's got a screw on it, and then that goes into a piece of wood that you've turned and makes you a nice custom bottle opener. They also do wine stoppers like this, and similar thing. I think this was more expensive, but it feels like better stainless steel than this guy over here does. It really doesn't feel like copper, even though that's what it's supposed to look like. So you get them, they come with screws on there, and this one is not as long and skinnier, and this one was longer and fatter. I haven't turned these before, except for I played with it after I got this kit at first, and it actually came with a way to attach it to the lathe, and the piece that is the same size as that screw actually broke off in this piece while I was trying to turn it, and that's probably been about 6 months ago, but it's like I never went back to it. It's definitely kind of thin for mounting that, and if you got like a non-skilled wood turner like myself, it's likely to have a break on it. So I was fooling around with this stuff yesterday and made this one. When I got done, I kind of realized that this would make a better bottle stopper than it would a bottle opener. I'd rather have this shape be like long and skinny instead of the shape I made there. So I've got a couple more blanks that are probably a better shape, and I'm going to start playing with them today. And the hole that's in here is for the larger screw, and I'm gonna see if I can't like maybe use some epoxy or something and get this stopper mounted on this top, and then make a couple of ends that'll be good to go with the bottle opener. So I'm starting off, I need to put a hole into these blanks so that I can mount the screw onto it to put it onto the lathe. So I'm gonna get center marked on here. Just go corner to corner in both directions.
Watching the video back, I can definitely see mistakes. That bottom left corner, the line does not go to the middle of it.
Try to put a little divot at that spot. And I've put tape on the drill so I can go down to the right distance.
A second mistake I probably made here is that this drill bit needs to be exactly perpendicular to the plane of the wood.
So I've got this thing with a screw mounted on it that just screws onto my lathe, and I just got to thread this onto one end.
These wood scraps are just pieces that have come from my yard, and some of my friends will give me chunks of wood from their yard. And one thing I like about this hobby is you can get the materials for free for the most part. This first piece of wood was kind of a disaster. I don't know if it was just a softer type of wood, but it came loose from the screw mount, and I ended up not using it. Going to a different piece here that I believe is pear wood. Really don't feel that comfortable narrating the steps on the lathe because don't know all the names of the parts, don't know what kind of tool I'm using here. Really, I've got a box of stuff that came from my grandfather, and I just choose a different tool and work the wood until I get the effect I want, and it's just a lot of trial and error. Threads really did tighten up nicely inside of the wood. Going with a tung oil finish today. Now I'm mixing a little bit of 2-part epoxy. It's pretty simple, comes with 2 different bottles. You squirt a certain amount into a bowl, grab the other bottle, squirt about the same amount. You don't want to touch this stuff, and it smells pretty gross. But when you mix it up, it's pretty hard within about a half hour, and then very hard by the next day. Probably wasn't necessary, but I put a little bit of epoxy onto the threads of the bottle opener. And then I took that bottle stopper that has the threads that are too big for my bottle stopper blank, and I filled that hole up with epoxy and then placed the bottle stopper blank into the top and then hoped that it sat up firmly enough, and it turns out it was. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button and check back next week to see what I'm making. Got one bottle stopper made out of pear wood from my yard. Got another bottle opener also made from pear wood from the yard. And then I went and made one more without getting footage of it. But I believe this was plum wood, and it had kind of a larger bark intrusion on it that I filled with some epoxy. Has some cool coloration on it. But I took this upstairs, showed the boss, and she giggled and told me how phallic this one looked. And now I'm having a hard time not picturing that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the project, and I'll see you next time.